I've got to lotion up for this one. Unfortunately, my eczema or whatever this is, contact dermatitis, has been full force the last few days. I don't know what the hell is going on. Usually during the summer it goes away. But I will say the springtime, so it must be some sort of allergy, has been freaking me up. Badly. Badly fricked up right now. Hello, everybody. Oh, shit, hold on. God damn, my desk is so low right now. My leg got clipped underneath. How you guys all doing? Manta's here. I saw a lot of Mantas arrive. If you guys have problems with the PCB, let your vendor know.
Happy 54 months.
Thank you so much for the
you,
tier
Alex.
1. Appreciate you, man. That's huge. How was my day? Today was one of those days where I spent most of it just working. It's been a lot of catch up for me today. A straight yellow capacitor meant. If it is it missing on the PCB cap? If it is, message vendor. If it's not, then I don't know what to tell you there. Always plug it and check if it's working too.
Almost 4 years of mogging the rest of chat.
Thank you, Fried. Appreciate it, man. Hope you get some relax. I mean, like, I will say this weekend I did some light relaxing. It was a catch-up weekend this weekend too. The one thing I noticed about streaming after a while, you get so caught up in like making sure all the bits and pieces of streaming work and just like community aspect things work that you kind of forget you have other responsibilities. So that's what this weekend kind of was. So, Rufus, thank you so much for the bits. What screwhead do I need to undo a universal daughter board? Typically Phillips head, typically, but it depends on the daughter board and depends on the keyboard. Yeah, I would just take a look at the screw, but it's usually a tiny little Phillips head. I have yet to see shipping on my Manta. All good if I have a Pangea Mini to build. I think all the rest are getting done this week. For all the boards. If it's Manta, I think it's Phillips then. Pretty positive it is. I don't know. I feel like I haven't paid too much attention. I'm usually on autopilot with all the screws. Is today's board that didn't get delivered on time? No. Today is not the board. The board that didn't get delivered on time will not be streamed. I got baited by a company to do a board, and I scheduled them a slot, and they told me they shipped it out, and I had a long conversation with them this morning, and they didn't ship it out. They just told me they did. There was like miscommunication, and then they just said that they don't want to run it anymore because X, Y, and Z and all this stuff, and it's kind of like when oh brother, and palm in my face type thing, face in my palm, whatever. Looking at today's board in Keycap, looks gorgeous. It's an interesting board, a little pricey but very interesting. Another day, another alexotos stream. Dude, happy W Monday. Yeah, I've had my hands full with other things anyways. Like, I don't think it was intentional. It was just a random brand who was trying to get a keyboard off the ground. Noah, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's, I don't know, it's been a week. Yeah, it's just a random thing, Pancake. It was like a random startup that I think they wanted to try to do a keyboard, and then they just ended up pulling out, so.
W can't with the ads.
Thanks, Bears. Appreciate the Prime, man. The coating on this board justifies the price, IMO. The one today, yeah. The one today is going to be very, very fun. I'm excited. I have a few different switches we can use, but I think I want to stick with these retro light switches. Actually, I'll show you guys what I'm going to use today for switches. I was thinking this. These are some old ones I have. I already have these lubed, thankfully. Because I did these a while ago. And I put them in my lubed pile and then just totally forgot about them. So I figured, I think some vendors still sell this. It looked like some were completely sold out, but these are JWK, believe it or not. But this is like one of the half decent ones. You need to get a haircut, big dog? and a shave, dude. I was gonna do it this weekend, and I totally just didn't feel like it. I don't know. For me, I have to be in the mood to do all that shit. I'm looking a little rough though, huh? I have to be in the mood, bro. Have you tried the Key Geek intro linears? I feel like I have. Now he's looking good. Same big mood. Don't shave. I feel like I need to. Hope my Manta arrives soon. Me too, guys.
Hope my Manta arrives soon.
Thanks, guys. I think I need to do both. Guys, I want to thank you guys again for all the support with the Manta. It's on the final mile of being like shipped out now. So we hit our estimated timeline, which I'm really, really happy about. In some cases, it arrived earlier. I know in some regions they got it like way earlier. But, dude, I know there was some hiccups. I'm hoping you guys still really, really enjoy the board. Hiccups aside, we're willing to take care of everything, which I think is the most important part. All we want you guys to do is have the best experience with the Manta. And there's a few things that we've taken now with this experience that we're going to lean into and try to make sure either A, never happens. I mean, things like the PCB issue, like that's a tough one because that only happened in transit. But for next time, we're obviously going to make sure more on that. Like we're going to ask for different QC perhaps. But some other little things too, like the stickers not being completely sticky enough on parts of the board. We're not sure if that's just the curves of how the board works or if that's just like the adhesive itself, but some of the anode doesn't seem to want to stick with the stickers. I don't know. It's like it sticks, but like not super duper well. And then a few other tiny little things that we're going to work into the next batch of stuff. The board was never, but at least I was never bored. Thanks, Bug. When would Manta 2 realistically run? I don't know. I don't know. One of the few boards that justifies the cost, IMO. Appreciate it, man. Like we said, we hope you guys just have enjoyed the overall experience of everything. For those who did order and support that project, seriously, it has been quite the journey with everybody. Our goal was to be super duper transparent with everything and not hold anything back from you guys. And then also make sure you guys are all taken care of with any issues. So schema definitely before round 2. Schema is, I think it's done prototyping, but we're getting some photos done first. Then we're going to show you guys the board. The reason we're getting photos done is just because they'll have all the units in one place first. Then they'll be distributed to me and Bull. From what I've seen and heard from those who are part of the Manta buy, it was great. Photos, they'll be available someday. I mean, yeah, we're going to show those the moment we can, I think. But they're just not available at the moment. That's all. So nice.
Manta arrived month made.
Patty, let's go, dude. So someday photos, maybe. But yeah, been an experience. Very fun experience. What has been the most satisfying part of the process for you? Everyone just getting it. It's like, I think everyone getting it and enjoying it, again, despite some challenges we ran into. Which, you know what, I will say, to pat me and Bull on the back, I don't care what anyone fucking says. I know some people have been like really, didn't even order the board, have been really upset about it. I think we did a really good job handling everything as well, without you guys having to like spend money. But yeah, I think everyone getting it has been the most satisfying part. If you had asked me this maybe a month ago before everyone received it, I probably would have said the design process. Like, that was super duper exciting, but it's been so much fun seeing everyone's reaction getting the board. Super, super fun. Learning experience, too. Have I seen this board? Which one? Let's see. Click Clack. Oh, I did see this. This is definitely something that I'm not really into. Like, it's cool in practice, but like, this is just a lot. It's super fucking dope in practice. Topside SMD components, I know, but there's nothing we can really do because of this tolerances underneath. We wanted to keep the board a little lower. If I had to be honest with you guys, there's 2 things that we had to do that I wasn't 100% on, but we need to do it as necessary evils to get the board to where it was, which was the Bion bolts. I would have loved to do a different screw, but because of how thin, tight all the tolerances and all that were, it just wasn't going to make sense. So we had to do, well, didn't have to, but like to get everything where we wanted to do, like front height wise and thickness wise for everything, this was like the thing we had to do. So the Noir K2 is literally the anti-Manta. I mean, it's a lot. It's cool as fuck though, but it's a lot. Today we're going to be building, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, the Metanoia. Is that correct? Metanoia? Okay, perfect. I don't know if it means something. I should have looked it up. But this is an AKB project, so Alchemist keyboards. Very cute little, I guess this is considered a 65 XT to some degree. Is it? I think so, right? Oz, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. It is very cool. The theming on it is like very planet themed. It has a cool little badge on the top left. Now this was sent over. I don't think I'm keeping this board, but again, just because it was sent over, and if I do, I don't know, to be honest, we'll probably give it away, but this is going to be a sponsored stream because of that, so just keep that in mind. Now, this is a Kazuha project, so AKB is the designer, Kazuha is going to be the manufacturer. This is going to be about, what, 460, I think, to start? What did I see earlier? 460 to start, with the most expensive version being the one that's completely patinaed everywhere at $630. So this is going to be a slightly pricier project. This is definitely made to throw shade at the event horizon. Do you think? I don't know. I feel like it's a very different design language. Vendors will be AKB as the UK vendor, Canon Keys as the US vendor, Keebs and Cables, Kazuha, K-Tech, Coffee Keys, and Mechland for Canada. It does say maybe more vendors to be announced. I'm not sure. Alchemy or Alchemex? AKB. Alchemist. A little different. The easy way to show... I know. I mean, you're not wrong, Gingy. In Greek, it would be pronounced Metanoia. Like that? Man, am I pronouncing it wrong then? But it's a fun project. I don't want to show you guys the page quite yet, just because I want to show you guys in person. Now again, this does have a little bit of a price point to it. And we're going to take a look, give it its fair shot here. I already just double checked if everything was in here, but... So I did take a sneak peek at the board. You can hate me for it. It's okay. Here is the board. We got the red one today. I don't know what I'm going to pair with it. I have some ideas. So, here we go. The internal side is also patinaed. Red's a fun color, actually. You know, red's kind of... I mean, this burgundy wine color, definitely growing on me. So, in the inside, we have some machining on the board here, and it lines up with the screws, which I thought was a nice touch. The screws can be almost considered the planets as well on the internals. And then we have this badge over here. I'm going to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this badge, but I can see some people really enjoying it. I'm hoping it's removable. It looks like it is. We do have a smidge of, a pseudo cherry lip, kinda. Just a smidgen of one. We have a box on wedge side profile, so I wouldn't say anything to write home there, but also a classic. You can't get mad there, you know? And then, bezel-wise, kind of standard here. Top and bottom are a little thicker than the sidewalls, which is cool. Here is the back of the keyboard. You can kind of see some of the patina. I mean, you can't really on maybe the red, because it ends up just kind of being shadowed. But this is part of the patina. Maybe I can show you guys by zooming in really close. So you can kind of see it a little bit. You guys see what I mean right there? Just a little. And then we have the bottom of the board, which is kind of a looker here too, which we have, again, the planetary, I guess this is kind of like planetary stuff. But very cool. And the weight pokes out. So we have, I guess this is a separate whole piece of aluminum here. We have the weight, and then we have the top and bottom. I saw Daifuku on a red Salvation and it slaps. You know, Daifuku might be a good choice. Why can't I click anything? I don't know why. I think those blockers are tacky, but hopefully it's removable. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, the only thing visually I'm not into with this board is this piece. They have like this rounded part of it as well, like you can kind of see. They're neat for those who like it. I'm hoping it's removable. But yeah. Now I do think there's also, I don't know if I need to remove this screw. I don't think I do. Sorry, my camera hates this. Yeah, I had a few people actually reach out to me about the board prior because they were really interested in my stream, and they did say this is very Neo-esque. I thought Neo did more of that compass design, though. I guess when I think of Neo, I'm thinking compass. But I ended up seeing what you guys meant by the whole planetary stuff on some of the Neo boards. I think this is far removed from what Neo usually produces. Was it the Neo 75 you said? Not really. I would say Neo. Sorry. I would say it's different enough. Oh, what the hell was that? Did you guys hear a bang? Is there someone at my door? I have no clue. I could see the pattern looking like Saturn or something. Yeah. I think the pattern's really cool. Overall, I think it's a nicely designed keyboard, for sure. But let's open this thing up before we take a look at the PCB. What do you guys think? Actually, let's see the side profile too. What is the thoughts? Actually, this looks great on my desk. This is a nice color. Really nice color too. Yeah, very, very pretty. What screw bit do we need here? Some Torx bit. The weight on the Uranus version is bigger. Yeah, the blue version, you mean? That version's pretty crazy. It's on, if you guys want to see, I think it's the same, no? You guys should definitely take a look at the webpage for that other version. It is crazy. I think the whole bottom is like patinaed. Overall, big fan, but like most keyboards, the best design is on the side and you're not going to see, which is a shame. It's cute. I get what you mean. It is nice when sometimes things get incorporated on the top, or at least the side profile, so you can see it from like an angle. Oh wait, why am I getting the Phillips head? I think he just wanted to say Uranus. Yeah, I think so too, to be honest with you. I got tricked. I did get tricked. Can I get a top side photo of Universal? Cap, can you just, if you don't mind, I'm just seeing that now. Sorry for the delay. If you're having trouble unscrewing a screw, I would say just ask keyboard help in Discord. I really don't remember off the top of my head which bit it was. That'd be more of a bowl question. All right, actually, I think we do need to use that other thing there. So, I think I do need to unscrew these two. Oh, maybe there's two more screws hiding underneath the weight. Okay. Let's see, let's see. Guess I just leave this out for now. I would die to see patina used on the Kohaku. Like stock. Don't a lot of people patina their Kohakus? But I think their Kohaku would run into the same old problem of it'd be on the bottom, you'd never be able to see it unless you patina the back a little bit, you know? Oh wow, this is an interesting, that's actually a pretty thick weight. Very interesting internal piece over here. Hey Alex, in chat, what's your preferred way of heating up cookies? I'm gonna be real with you guys, I don't think I've ever really heated, unless it's one of those like soft chew ones you throw in the microwave.
God damn.
JQ, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you, dude. Tested some tactiles today, and damn, they're definitely an acquired taste. Yeah. Oz, I've started today your blue cheese switches. I should be done by the end. Well, actually, ideally, I should lube 500 switches by the end of the week. I'm hoping, dude. Tested some, or we already read the one there. 10 seconds in the microwave? Yeah, I normally don't heat them up. I kind of just eat them as is. All right, you can remove this. Should I remove this? Maybe we won't remove this for the build today, but you can get rid of this little badge, which is nice. Because honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It is pretty though. It definitely brings the theme to the front. I almost feel though, okay, I like that it's removable, but you know what I think is really not doing it for me? The seam around it. I almost feel like they should have full commit to this. If this was going to be, a part that they wanted to show off, it would have looked better full committed with no seam or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm going to leave it for now. We can decide towards the end. But all right. Easy peasy. Internals look fun here. We have our big old weight, so that should help break up some sounds. Screws are already on the top here. Okay, just so I know what I'm getting myself into. All right. Let's look at the PCB. I think they sent us 2 solder PCBs. I'm hoping one's a hot swap just because I don't know what switches are going to sound good in here. No, they're both solder. Okay. We'll do solder today. And then wide variety of plates. Now this is going to be top mount. I want to use plastic today. I finally get a choice for plates. Usually I just get one. Let's do plastic. I love plastic and top mount combos. I think it's always a lot of fun, so why can't we choose? I want to choose one time. Let me choose. I want to have some fun too. I don't get a choice. We get the choice. Look how bad my hands are though, guys. See all the, I don't know, like, no, it's not a rash, right? It's just like the contact dermatitis. I need to figure out going to maybe someone, take a look at someone, or going to someone so they can take a look at it. It's getting like, not painful, but it's definitely giving me like anxiety, I don't know what it is, man. It's not so much itchy all the time, Dream. It's just more like there, and it kind of hurts a little bit. Just a smidge. All right, let's see what PCB we got today. Or how do the PCB looks? Is this an open bag, or do I have to cut this open? I have to cut this open. No, I'm not using anything new. It's, I think just with some age. My hands have been doing this. Definitely get it checked out. Worst case, you finally get a buy. Yeah, I definitely need to. Okay, PCB looks solid. We have lots of different options, including ISO. You can't be mad at this. I also like the fact that on the solder unit, they have LEDs pre-installed. Kind of rare sometimes to find that, if you guys didn't realize. Or don't know, rather. But it is kind of nice to have this on a solderable version. Damn. Very nice. There's nothing bad to say about this. Yeah, usually it's the soldering LEDs. Yeah, which honestly are kind of a pain to buy because you can only buy a big pack, I'm new to the channel. I saw your hands. Maybe go check. It's not some sort of lymphoma. Yeah. So here's what happens with it, right? I don't know. Maybe you guys have some experience. If I don't put basically the eczema relief cream or something, my hands get dry and then they get itchy. And if I use, really any cream, it's not just this cream, really any moisturizer, it tends to go away. But like today's been especially bad. But like yesterday, I put the cream on once and it was like good for the entire day, How long have I been using moisturizer? Eczema. Sorry, did I say eczema like I normally do? I only have had this problem for about a year. I think last year was the first time that it popped up. Prior to that, like I would get dry hands and they'd be like kind of itchy. but I think it really just like full force hit last year. So, strictly on your hands. It's just strictly on my hands. No, nothing on my face, anything like that. It's just my hands. Isn't eczema just genetics? Honestly, probably is. I have no clue. Is it confirmed? I have no clue. I have to go see someone first. Yeah, I definitely, Drew. I was telling even my girlfriend about that. I do not want to get a steroid cream at all. That's good shout. Crytox makes hands itchy. Yeah, I was wondering if it's keyboard related, but like there was a week I didn't do anything keyboard related when I was on like my vacation thing, and it still flared up a little. So, also I wonder if it's keyboard lube. I have allergic reactions to Crytox. I don't know. Yeah, Eamon, if you have any things there, you know. I have the Cetaphil one too. I think I do anyways. If it gets dry and rough, maybe start... yeah, so if it does get really dry, obviously my hands crack or something like that, but I don't know. Like right now it's fine. Right now I'm good. Like it's fine because I put some cream on before stream, but you know. Anyways, back to the keyboard for now. We'll do some stabs. And yeah, I'm going to use these HMX switches, or not HMX, JWK. Now, in case you guys are wondering about my relationship with JWK switches, it's always been more miss than hit. However, these ones here feel fine. I don't think there's going to be any issues with these. I think I've used this exact batch once before for something and they were fine. The reason why I don't love JWK stuff is because of how all over the place their tolerances are for their switches. More recent, more like within the last few years, JWK has been a little better. But like there was a period of time where like anything JWK would have problems. Now, to make sure, just in case anyone's going to be like, oh, well, you're not giving this keyboard its best choice here. I did lube up some other switches. However, I still want to try these because I actually like the way they sound in hand. These were hand lubed for the most, I think, last year I think I hand lubed these. Like they were in my hand lubed pile. So it's been a little while, but they feel great. I did inspect them as well. I took a whole bunch and opened them and they seemed fine. So we'll give it a go. Yeah, JWK also had a lot of recolors. But that was during a period of time where that was popular. Let me get some stabilizers as well. I think I'm going to use some clip-ins for this. Where I got my clip-ins? That's a better question. Here they are. I miss the recolor era. Yeah, sometimes, dude, I will admit, the Switch world right now is kind of confusing. And it almost feels like there's just too many choices that are super duper duper minuscule in changes from one another for it to be like worth your money to try all these things. You know what I mean? It gets a little bit in the weeds with switches. Does Lubed still make switches? Lubed does not even exist anymore. They were always a bit of a sketchy vendor. Make 3 of these. Alex plus chat. What do you guys do for wrist rests? Any brands that come to mind? My firm opinion on wrist rests has been and will always be wrist rests are something you should not rely on when it comes to a keyboard. Wrist rests are something that should only ever be used to rest your wrists when you're not typing. The short of it rather is they will probably do more damage than good, even though they feel comfortable when you use them. Bro got paid by big carpal tunnel. You think not using wrist rests has caused your eczema flare-ups? Leave my eczema alone. Didn't do nothing wrong to you. Interesting. So the reason why, and a long time, I've been saying this for like 4 years. A long time ago, in a galaxy not so far away. I actually did some very, very in-depth... I never actually did any like content on this, but I did some research for my own, I guess, knowledge. I spoke to people who are into like physical therapy. I've spoken to like a bunch of people who are in the profession of ergonomics, basically. What I learned from, I would say, almost everyone who I spoke to, and actually one of the people I spoke to is in this hobby for a long time too. His name was Fracno, a long time ago. It seems like the consensus was, because you're putting pressure here on your wrist, and you're putting a lot, like it's forced onto here, it can actually accelerate carpal tunnel in some cases. If you're going to use a wrist rest, the more optimal place is to put it here. But a lot of people will put it here and put a lot of pressure on their wrists. You should be floating your wrists. You know? That's the proper way. And wrist rests are really meant for when you're not floating your wrists. You're supposed to lay them down on the wrist rest. So that's kind of where it's at. Immediately just improve my whole posture. Oh, floating your wrists? Yes, because there's a whole... like, what happens is... Fuck, I wish I had a wrist rest to show you guys. You end up putting so much pressure over here. Spot on, I worked as a human factors consultant. Hell yeah. I know there's some people in this chat right now who are like way smarter than I am, who know all this stuff already. But yeah, I've always felt bad saying this because I know there's people who love wrist rests, and there's some beautiful wrist rests in this community that get made and done. But like, I really don't think they're a necessary part of your keyboard hobby. If they didn't do so much physical damage to your wrists in the long term, like, I would be like all over it. But they actually are, so. I meant to say float, not rest. Yeah, I get what you meant. You're supposed to hover your arms while playing computer games as well. You're supposed to, maybe, yeah. Do any of us do that while we're playing games? Probably not. I tend to, when I'm playing any game, this is how my wrist usually stays. My keyboard's up more over here, and my elbow is like this. So when I'm playing games, I'm not touching anything over here. And you probably do the same thing too. I think it would be very rare for someone to like press their wrist down. You probably do have a little bit of a float, just a tiny little bit. Have you tried setting your wrist to Wumbo? Maybe it'll help. Yeah, The keyboard is supposed to hover. Is it? Oh, I can't reach. Please. I need this. But yeah, that's the long... Actually, it's probably the long of it. I probably made this a longer conversation than it needed to be, but... My answer is, I don't know. I don't really recommend wrist rests. And you know who did a great video on this as well? It doesn't go into the weeds of everything, but Hipio did a pretty decent video on wrist rest stuff. I'll admit, it's missing a few key points in my humble opinion, but it's a pretty decent video. I think he also spoke to a professional about it too. It's actually one of my favorite videos from him. For higher keyboards, wrist rests are not for resting your wrists when typing. They're essential all the time. This is also why I don't recommend front heights that are really, really high. But I also agree with you, Anonymous. It's the truth. Did he put kinetic sand in the wrist rest? Damn. Has he done stuff like that? I don't think he has. I think that reputation probably is going to stick around for a while. But I think I like his stuff. It's good shit. Low free Heisen. Low is in the name. How did they fuck that up? I don't think the front height is crazy. It's just the fucking typing angle on that keyboard. It does seem to be the most common complaint of the keyboard from some reviewers I've seen. But what about the one-handed brigade? How do they wrist rest? I'm confused. What do you mean? The Hyzen reminds me of the Icebreaker. A little bit. Also, hi Alan, how are you doing? Fuck, I hate when these clip things just fly. I've seen that Razer has analog optical switches that changes response depending on how deep you press the key. Do you know if anything like that exists in the custom keyboard scene? Dude, I don't know why I'm like brain farting in this right now. Aren't analog optical really just the same as Hall effect in essence? Like you can just set where you want things? Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I was like optical switches being completely different. Optical's like the shitty HE. Yeah, okay, so look, I would look into any Hall effect keyboard. I don't know how much Razer is charging for that, by the way. Razer has some decent prices sometimes, but sometimes they also have some pretty crazy out there products. The Razer switches work completely different, but both are customizable. It'd be fun to take a look at that, actually. Where's my tape? So I can scoop all this up. For the price, totally not worth it. Consider some of the HE boards like the Neo. I mean, even if you wanted to go into the super custom, there's a lot of good boards. Bowl makes some... I mean, Bowl's made... or vendor, not made. I guess made. Bowl's made some good HE stuff, too, for customs. The Kafka is still one of my favorites. And then even the Overture was nice, too. I liked the Overture a lot. That was a good one. Can't complain. Do you want my Razer contact? Do you have one? The Razer team has been awesome to work with. But yeah, their products are definitely expensive. The one product which I really don't understand from Razer was when they made the screen variant of... Oh boy, I don't remember the board it was. But it went up like $100 just really because of the screen and some like minor fixes to the board. It just was not worth it. I have reviewed 2 Razer keyboards in the past. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be a collectible item, Gargle. That $1,300 mouse. But it's just like... I don't know. It's kind of stupid, to be honest. Alex bought 2 of them? No. The most expensive mouse I've ever bought was like $180. That was it. I think that's the most I've ever spent on a mouse. And I still feel guilty about it. I just drip some water. Kafka and Overture are beautiful. They are beautiful. We would buy a $1,300 Alex keyboard. I don't think there would be a board that I would make. Because, dude, Manta, I think, was the most top-end thing I would probably ever design. This guy, is that the one with the lube in it? It is not. Most I've ever spent on a keyboard was probably something from Geist. And then I bought an aftermarket board when I first started the hobby for like $1,000 as well, being a key cult. Not my most shining star moment ever. I ended up giving that board away. It was one of my only expensive aftermarket keyboard purchases. Just because, like, I don't know. It was whatever. What is this theme? Are those blood drops or solar systems? Well, it's supposed to be solar systems. Metanoia is a brand name? Is it actually a brand name? I guess because I typed in Metanoia keyboard. Or whatever. Oh, no, I think what you're saying, Moro, is spelled different. Yeah, yours is spelled different a little. Yours is Metanoia. This is Metanoia. This is the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller keyboard. Resident Evil. Ducky has a mouse? Actually, I've never tried Ducky's mice. Right now, the mouse that I'm using the most is probably actually the endgame gear one. That's my #1 most used one. And I've been using a WL mouse for a little while. But I think I'm going to swap it back out for the Pulsar Crazy Light. I like the Pulsar a lot. It's a good shape. PBT Dracula would look so good on this one. I don't know. Would Dracula look good on... Oh, wait. Which one's Dracula? Why am I misremembering which one Dracula is? No Super Strike? I haven't tried that yet. So nice.
All right, Mr. Krabs.
Thank you, Bug. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, thank you. Where's the Leonardo da Mouse? It's in retirement because it started to get kind of yucky feeling. Yo, chat, I bought a navy blue wind keyless oblique. Do you have any idea what GMK set? Ooh, I'm bad with my blues. Does anyone have any suggestions? Norse would be nice. I mean, hell, even dual shot would probably look sick on that. I don't know if Redline would look good on that. Prussian blue would look good. I mean, even GMK Dracula would probably look decent. If you can find yourself Monokai material or Metropolis, dude, actually go Metropolis. I recently have done a few Navy with Metropolis on it. It is a fire set, and I don't think Metropolis is super duper expensive either. That would be a fire combination. Awaken. I haven't tried Awaken yet. I don't think I've ever actually seen Awaken in person. Or maybe I have, I just don't remember. Trackball mice? I've tried a lot of different ergo stuff with the exception of trackball stuff, and this is still my pick. I like this guy. The vertical mice weren't great for working. I couldn't get enough precision out of the vertical stuff. I have a feeling it'd be the same with the trackball stuff. For like doing editing like I do with photos. I don't know. GMK King of the Sea? I don't even know what that says. Indigo would be nice. Goated chat as always. This is the most goated chat in keywords ever. No freaking contest. Pooped in the pool? That's gross. When do we expect to get more info on the Alex board from Menu? That is a project I got asked to pick a design for, and they gave me some constraints, and I don't have any more info past that. That's going to be a Menu thing, so that is not my project technically. Do we need a few minutes of current GBs so you know what's coming up? You stay too busy? There's so many current group buys. I kind of do want to do one of those like GB review things or like GB, like what's new in keyboard things, but I don't know. I'd rather just stream. There's too many things. That'd be a whole other stream segment. It's so hard to keep up, man. Yeah, you could just go to Keycap too, you're right. Yeah, it's so much work. When me and Marcio were doing that, like every 2 weeks, it was so much work to do that. Yeah, it does ebb and flow, you're right. Right now, though, there's a lot of projects. The way I kind of keep up to date is literally from just following some vendors on social media. And then Discords. Although, I am trying to slim down the amount of Discords I have because I look at it now and I still have 2,000 notifications after leaving like 15 Discords yesterday. And I need to I'm getting way too overwhelmed by this number recently. No, I didn't see the Ori yet. Weesh, the new one. Simon has a team of volunteers that does the work for him. Nah, I couldn't ask you guys to do that. It is A-okay. I don't hate anybody. Just picked up a Stonewash red tofu pad. I'm excited. Okay. Dude, I think you're gonna like the tofu pad. A bit expensive, but it's a nice one. Very cool theme. So nice. Thank you, Fork. Appreciate the love, bro. Also, I feel like so many people got their Mantas in today. This is giving me like... Ooh, this is nice. I like the back of this board a lot. Or the bottom, rather. No, that looks great. Yeah, that's real nice. Manta's here. Took off tomorrow to build it. Hells to the yes. Hopefully no problems with it. My Manta build was done the minute I opened the box. I'm sorry, Crummy. You'll get the new PCBs hopefully very, very soon. Not quite what I look out for in the Ori, but it's gonna cost another. Is it $800? God damn. Yeah, I sent it to him last night. I think this is the smartest play I could have done. Basically, like, we had to ask everyone if there's any address changes, and I gave everyone a deadline for Thursday for the address changes for Vaza Greens. But I purposely waited just a few extra days because there was 1 or 2 people who waited for the weekend. I had a feeling. So just to be sure, I waited a few extra days and then I sent it over to Bull. So those are going to be shipped out hopefully today. Or not today, tomorrow or Wednesday. BLV, feels bad watching Alex from the other side of the globe. I can only watch the stream to sleep, not to work. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to be doing some daytime streams this week, though. No, so, okay, here's what I think happened. And this is part of the notes that I'm taking from my personal Musk, I wish. Or not really, actually. I think what happened is there wasn't enough time for the custom hardshell cases to... There's a proper word for this, but I can't remember the actual word. To air out, basically. I think they were packaged way too soon. So, like, just put in, like, a box or something. Like, off-gas, that's what it's called. Flash off, something like that, yeah. I think they were probably made because, I will admit, I know the Mantas, we shipped it out on time, but, like, they were produced pretty quickly. And I don't know at what stage the boxes were assembled with the hardshells, or even when the hardshells were produced. I have a feeling it should have been... there should have been a bigger... I know this is not what you want to hear, but there probably should have been a bigger wait time between things, just so they can off-gas. But, I mean, another note for us in the future. Every board from KBD fans smells when I get it. I've gotten some cases that have the exact same scent, and I'm also just wondering, too, if it's just like a speed of which things get assembled. But this is, I mean, dude, it's good knowledge. Ultimately, I thank fucking God that doesn't affect the keyboard at all, but... I thought it could be the case, sure, stunning. Yeah, I had one that had a slight smell, and I literally left it outside for the day, and it was gone by the time I brought it back in. Everything else I've had so far has been fine, though. It's not bad, smell like new car smell leather. Mine had it wasn't unpleasant, it just smelled. Like, it was just a strong, like, smell of some sort. My case was fine after like 15 minutes. Yeah, mine was just an afternoon. Oh, some hard shell cases. We're talking about the one with the Manta, but apparently even KBD fans has smelly ones. Thought the smell was funny. just a funny little... you know, I'm not with Manta, but there was a few other people that said other projects have smelled like chewing tobacco. I don't know. Yeah, was it the sea bass that said you guys said smelled like a smoke? I think with sea bass or something else. I don't know. I haven't had any of that. Thank freaking God, because I'm pretty sensitive to that kind of smell. Thank God I haven't had anything like that come into my place. Mine have just kind of smelled like plastic, like just a strong plastic smell of some sort. The DK1 apparently smelled too. You're right. The TKL, you're right. It was that one there from GDK. I'm misremembering. Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it, man. My Steam Deck case finally aired out and it's been 2 months. Oh, you know what? Mine stunk too. My Steam Deck did stink. The case it came with, luckily mine was like a day as well. I left it outside and it was good. Yeah, it could be something like that. Honestly, I have no clue. I have no clue what causes that stuff, but it's good knowledge to know. I don't know if that's something I can like request in the future, but it's on my list of like small changes I want to make for the future. Steam Deck smells excellent. When I first booted up my Steam Deck, I had to like let it run in a different room for a minute because it smelled like that when you turn on the computer for the first time and the parts have to get like warmed up kind of thing. It smelled like that. It smelled like an oven. Oh, mouse pads smell bad? I haven't ever had a mouse pad smell bad, thank goodness, because I feel like that'd be the worst. It smells like how Switch cartridges taste. How do you know that tastes, son? What's going on? Talk to me. Talk to me, dude. Yeah, I have no clue. But yeah, that's one of the few things. Recent Matrix boards have a citrusy smell. Low-key kind of smells nice. That's interesting to know. Especially the rubber ones, like holy fuck, they suffocate me. Damn, I don't know if I could deal with that on a mouse pad. That I would have to air out immediately. I heard the Steam controller has a scent too. Oh, does it also smell? I don't know. Maybe all these hardshell cases come from like the same few factories. Who knows, dude? Alex, would you prefer aluminum or carbon fiber for the plate? For which board, sorry? When you walk into a server room, the smell makes me smile. I hate the smell of that. I was thinking about getting the new Steam controller, CJ, but ultimately I decided against it. I don't need another controller. Like, the one I have is fine, and I don't think I'd use it very much. It's just cool looking. I wouldn't be surprised if some unk just smoking a lot with how much rural China loves cigarettes. I mean, there's also that too. I don't know the policies in the factories for smoking and stuff too. I have no clue. You weren't able to buy one anyways? Oh, did they sell out or something? I don't know. That's crazy if they did. It smells like the future? Oh, maybe a little bit. Maybe a smidgen. Heard they got a scalper problem. Bro, honestly, I get like volatile, like angry when I hear the word scalper now. Because like, to go off, we'll build the board in a second. Why do I feel like every fucking hobby has to deal with like everything? There's like nothing safe anymore. Even like, oh my god, it's just everything needs to be scalped. Everything needs to be flipped. There needs to be a middleman for everything these days. It drives me up the fucking walls, bro. Holy crap. It's so bad. You mean I shouldn't flip the Manta? If you want, hey man, if you want to sell your Manta, you do you. I'm not going to blame you guys for it. That was a group buy. That was open. You guys can do whatever you guys want. There was technically unlimited Mantas while it ran. If you guys wanted to buy a whole bunch, do you. Group buys are the one thing where I don't feel like you can really, like, flipping's not really a thing for group buys. That's why, like, when there's an open group buy and someone buys like 10 to sell later, like, what are you supposed to fucking do? You know, they're open. You can do whatever you want. But it's more for limited products or like products with a fixed amount of finite quantity or something like that, you know? Income to cost of living is bad, so people turn to whatever they do to earn cash. Blame the billionaires for scalpers. Yeah, that's part of the problem for sure. But also, it's a short-lived solution. $1,000 GMK set days. Was there $1,000 sets? I really don't remember. Target released Pokemon-themed items throughout the store. They were sold out of almost everything within hours, even kids' clothes. Oh my god. Yeah, Pokemon's another thing I just can't fucking stand anymore. Gotta catch them all. Do people prefer smaller layouts because they sound better? I mean, dude, I prefer smaller layouts because I like the way it looks on my desk. Straight up. 65 and smaller is like my fave. I can't even like front. Like, they just look nicer. It's a visual thing for me. Small does equal cute. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the whole billionaire conversation, like living wage conversation, it is a conversation. But I think scalpers will always exist. I think there's a hustle culture that is developed that is get rich no matter what. And it's not it's not get rich. It's not like get a living wage no matter what, or have like a decent life no matter what. It's like profit on everything no matter what. It's a dangerous thing to go down. Like, everyone can do them, get their money, do you, but I'm still allowed to have feelings about how you earn that money, you know? I think GMK Necro is like 1K right now. I think Necro is a set I never really cared for, huh? I remember that's Umbra. What does Umbra look like again? Oh, I can't even get... My keyboard's underneath there. I'll look later. I did try the Lanikais. They're pretty good. They are pretty damn good. Okay, we'll do like 2 switches for now. Oh yeah, this is Umbra. It's based off Umbreon, that's right. I'm shocked they don't just rerun this set at this point. I mean, it's alright. Mainly because I hate blue. It's alright, dude. They did rerun it as PBT. Why wouldn't they do it as GMK again? Or ABS of some sort? It's probably Swag Keys isn't doing a rerun of that or something. I know that's like a really popular Pokemon though. My Nova Mini came in. Have fun building it, my friend. Because GMK is $1 billion. Everything is $1 billion these days, huh? Actually, fun choice of switches. Red stems. I guess it's kind of like a red-orange stem. What temp is it outside today? And what do you set your oven for chicken? So, to answer your first question, it was 13 Celsius, I think, today. To answer your second question... I actually don't really oven roast chicken. I mainly pan fry it. So I don't really have an answer for you. Actually, I don't think I've ever done chicken in the oven. Baking anything? It depends. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, dude. Don't hate me about this, but it just depends on what I'm making, no? Bought some unlubed granites, spent a long time lubing them carefully, but they seem quieter. So granites are a slightly quieter switch. If they're like dead quiet, they're probably overlubed. What I would recommend, if you're lubing anything, if you want a higher like sound profile, okay, let me just show you in this. Actually, this is gonna be hard. But let me get a black switch to show you because they're easier to show on this because the way light reflects. Where's my switch opener? There is, I need his answer. I don't know, like, depends. 350 Fahrenheit. Oh shit, here's like filmed and stuff. Okay. This is what you're gonna want to avoid lubing. See right, maybe this is even terrible. See right above this, right there. Wait, what switch is this? Oh, this is not even my switch. Okay, I need to go figure out whose box this belongs to. Right above this. Oh, God. The Switch has seen better days. Yeah, this is an old Switch. See right here? Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Right here. Don't lube above this little, like, slider on the top. Bye, buddy. It just fell down. Whatever, I get lube in my hands. Just avoid lubing there. If you avoid lubing there, you'll have a higher top-out sound, which makes the switches sound louder. Stop laughing at me, guys. I'm getting sensy. I'm also recommend putting the top housing back on before putting the Switch into a board. That too. That'll help for sure. Not silent, but compared to Type R's, they're way quieter. And I've even rewatched your lube tutorial. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I mean, Crummy, compared to like granite builds I've done, is it like comparable, or are my granites louder somehow? Are you sure you got unlubed ones? Because actually no, I'm sure you did. It's 34 Celsius right now. Thank you for the information. I'm sure not to lube over the neck from next time. It's an option. You don't have to do that, but if you want a little tip and trick, I found not putting any lubricant there makes switches sound much louder. Tell me, Sen. Which mode made 98%? Yeah, they are going to make one, aren't they? Isn't that what the prologue is? He's going to say rum. What? Get out of here. I did not say that. You're making things up. Mo did make a 60, but it wasn't popular. Next question. What's the normal driving speed in a neighborhood? And how tall are you? I think it's 40 kilometers per hour. Oh no, in a neighborhood? 30 kilometers per hour. Like you're talking residential neighborhood? 30, I think. And then, how tall am I? Oh man. I only know feet and inches. I don't know me in centimeters. I think I'm 5'10". On a good day though? Are you talking good or bad day? Canada's a funny place. Okay, I see what Insty's doing. He's showing that I use both metric systems, or I guess imperial and metric. Dude, can you I don't know why we do that, bro. Like honestly, I don't know why. Every recipe I've ever done, I've looked at the Fahrenheit. And then when I go outside, I only understand Celsius. It's so fucking stupid. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. It's making me confused. I saw a reel and it was so interesting. It is weird, huh? I'm like 6'2" on a good day. If I'm really feeling it, 6'2". Easy peasy. You know, Adam's met me in real life. How tall I was at NK? I was having a bad day at NK, so that was a 5'10" day. I wasn't feeling my full height that day. I didn't have myself at full true power. It must have been a real bad day. Yeah, it was a really bad day. You want to know why? It's because Avo didn't make me a snack like he said he was gonna. He told me he was gonna bake me something, and he didn't. So I was having a terrible day. How tall are you in your final form? 6'3", final form. I would say. Roughly. Betrayed by Avo? Oh wait, I don't think we're gonna put this one here. Let's go, I'll remove it afterwards. Before we start soldering up. I thought I was getting some croissants or whatever he promised. He did promise, right? It wasn't just me for misremembering things. You guys are gonna make fun of the way I say that too. What's going on here? Alex, what are your top 5 keyboards with the most aura? Oh, what a weird question, but also interesting question. F1, number 1 most aura of the keyboard world. It's like... Used aura, I'm banning that. I would say the F1 has the most... Okay. I think F1. You know why I'm saying this? I think most people would maybe answer something like to this day, maybe Kohaku or something. I honestly think F1 is the more universal. Like, I do think I've seen some people kind of not hate on it, but like, they just don't like the vibe of the Kohaku or the Unicorn or something. I think the F1 is the most classic design that I've seen. And I always see people saying good things about the F1. Always. So I would say the F1 is number 1 for sure. I think at one point, I know some people are saying Key Cult. One point, Key Cult might have been up there for maybe what had the most pull. Tim Streamless. Oh, Tim! I thought we were talking about Tim having aura. Tim has aura. When Tim streamed, I always watched his streams. He doesn't stream anymore, so. Read my last message. Ooh, 7V is a nice one too. Rukia round 2. Damn. That wasn't it. Did I miss something else? Oh, it's because I need to scroll down. Can I ban aura? Why? We can't ban every word in chat. Rukia round 2 has so much aura doesn't exist. Dude, I'm so glad I got my money back for that. But I know so many people didn't. I think there was like a handful of people, like the early people who asked for money back got it. I happened to be in that crowd, and then nobody got it after that. I think TGR, maybe. TGR is pretty noteworthy in the hobby, for sure. A diode broke off. Hey, if you have a soldering iron, I've had plenty of broken diodes idea. I don't know what board it is you got. If it's the Manta, I would say it's really easy. If it's any board, they're all pretty much the same. They're all pretty easy to do. It's Manta easy to do. If you still want an idea, ask for a new PCB, message the vendor. But it's 2 solder points. They're really, really, really easy to do. Oh my god, this piece of hair here. It's I mean, the way I would probably do it. I would say, okay, I would say then just solder it back if you need to. They're super duper easy. I'd say the universe has aura, but does it? Oh shit, am I gonna have enough for this? I thought I counted enough for 70 on this. It's okay, I'll use maybe different ones on the macro. Oh no, I have enough. Gotta remove the blocker one though. Oh my god, I feel like I have to sneeze and it's not coming out right now. Oh. I need this piece. Not the universe, the cosmic sands has. Oh. How often do you pick your nose? Don't lie. Bro. If I'm telling the truth, I actually like blowing my nose. Why is there shame? Well, there's no shame. You guys can do whatever you want. Blowing my nose, though, is what's up. I don't really like sticking it up there. He lied. That's not good for your throat. I know it's not good for you. I've heard it's also you're supposed to do one nose at a time, which is how I blow my nose. But the Machinist Manta looking mighty fine on my desk right now. Hell yes, dude. Or sorry, did I say nose? Nostrils. You guys know what I'm talking about, dude. Nostrils. Come on, dude. I can do it, Insty. I have my first pair of new keycaps coming in soon. I'm very excited about it. Which one did you get? Yeah, I get 2 noses. I nose when you guys know what I'm talking about, dude. So nice.
2 months subscribed. 1 month for every nose Alex has.
Oh. Damn. Thank you, dude. Okay. Is it me or is there just so many good keycap sets coming? Oh, dude, there's a lot of good keycap sets. There is some real banger sets out there. Why don't I wear the fried t-shirt? I could. I kind of just pick whatever is on the top of my drawer. Like, I organize it and then just whatever's there. All right, let's solder this all into place now. Let me actually do this first, though. Does the TGR GAF have aura? It's a cool board. I don't love it, though. I think it's very particular. I don't know if anyone agrees with that statement, but it's a very particular aesthetic. You know? Mando might look good on this. Oh shit, that's a really interesting choice. I don't know what I'm going to put on this. I was trying to think earlier, but I really couldn't think of anything great. No, aura is not used often. I think we're just talking out loud. Would the Kale calligraphy switches sound good in a Neo 75? Absolutely. I think so. How do I get the screw bowl thing? Well, there are bowl bowls you can get. Mine is full of springs right now. I don't know where my bowl is. The bowl is my favorite. Here it is. This is my favorite one just because it's deeper and you can just like throw shit in here. This one's fun too. This has balls you can spin on it. This one's still available, I think. Blot? Do I have GMK blot? I don't think I do. Oh my god, dude. You guys are making fun of my Canadian accent? This is crazy work, bro. This is actually crazy work. Cereal tastes better in a bowl? Do you guys eat cereal still? I like having that oat cereal, granola in the morning. It's still cereal in my book. It's a granola cereal. It says so on the package. Bowl is not food safe? Oh no, it's definitely not. Plus, I don't know how many scoops of cereal you're getting out of this. Probably 2, 3 maybe. Bro justifying his breakfast? I had a peanut butter sandwich today for lunch. And then for dinner, we had ravioli and meatballs. I think. No. Yes. Mini raviolis, whatever. No, I only had peanut butter for lunch. It was really good though. I always think I'm gonna get carried away with peanut butter sandwiches because I want like 3 of them. Because they're not really filling to me. Also, to the person who said the diode for the PCBs, if you need any help with it, DM me and I'll help you personally. I don't understand a peanut butter sandwich versus eating 2 slices of bread and of toast. Wait, what? Hold on. I don't understand a peanut butter sandwich versus eating 2 slices of toast separately. You mean toast with peanut butter? I like having it all in one. It's more like, I don't know, just easier to bite. Like, you're talking like an open face?
Alex, the real question was creamy or crunchy PB?
Creamy. I haven't been into crunchy these days, man. Also, some people may argue with me on this. I tried some of that organic peanut butter like last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was. I really don't like it. There's no taste. Like that, to me, I can't do it. It's so bad. Just give me the other brains. Alex isn't into crunchy because he's getting old. I've never really cared for crunchy. There was only one brand that made good crunchy peanut butter for me. It was in I think it was a Canada only brand, but it had a squirrel on it. And they stopped making, or I guess the brand stopped selling it. I don't like the one from Kraft. I don't like that one there. And then there's another one, I think it's by Jif or whatever. Jiffy or whatever it's called. I don't like that one there either. Do you scoop your peanut butter from the center or the side? I'm a side guy. I know what you mean too. I like starting at the sides. I think it's pronounced GIF? No way. Is there a way to make the Salvation HE much darker sound? Do you mean like more foamy? Or deeper? Darker I'm not really familiar with. But I'd love to help. Peter Pan peanut butter is best? I've never heard of that brand. Okay, I'm getting really fucking hungry right now. Deeper? Probably just more foam. If you really want to use something, I would even suggest using like a PE sheet. That would probably be the most proactive thing to do to get a deeper sound profile. While keeping the pop, definitely a PE sheet then. Or tape mod. Tape mod could probably work too. I don't know how well tape mod works on an HE board though. By the way, thank you guys all for being here, and thank you guys for the subs, and thank you guys for hanging out. Just put coins into the bottom. I don't know if that'll help. The peanut butter you were talking is Skippy. Skippy, that's the one. Dude, do they not make Skippy anymore, Weesh? Because they stopped selling it at the stores. I'm assuming it's just gone now. Skippy was so good. They still make Skippy? Dude, I have not seen it here in a hot fucking minute, bro. For the Canadians in chat, is there Skippy here in Canada still? What the fuck? They sell here in the... I just liked Skippy. It was always a good brand to me. I thought it was a Canadian brand for some weird reason. I know what to mail to your P.O. box. It's jar peanut butter, baby. Kraft has always been my safe choice for peanut butter. Huh. Kraft. Yeah. Not crack. Oh my god, guys. Kraft makes some decent stuff. I'm pretty pot. Hold on. I'm pretty... Can someone actually type it? My keyboard's hiding. I'm pretty sure the brand I buy is Kraft. Hold on, wait a second. What's the brand with the 2 bears on it? Is that not Kraft? I think that's the one I have upstairs. Yeah, that's Kraft, no? Yeah, I like that brand. You're being gaslit? Okay, okay. Thank goodness. Do you like this emoji egg? Not really. Can we not make that a thing? Please. Pretty please. Open a Cheese Whiz jar? I would never, dude, honestly, I really don't like Cheese Whiz. I feel like I'd be wasting money, and that's not a good thing. I can make other $500,000 rewards. Kraft Peanut Butter is Canada's #1 most trusted peanut butter brand. Yeah, they've always been like a safe choice for me, but I did always prefer Skippy. I thought Skippy tasted better. Oh, I can see one thing I don't like on this PCB already, actually. That's the one thing I don't like on this already. I hope the daughter board's not the same way. See that? Which is weird, because I don't think this keyboard really needs this, but I guess we'll see. After having Raslet, Cheese Whiz has lost all the whiz. Can't say I've ever even bought Cheese Whiz. I've just had it with things and I never really like it. It always tastes fake. How do you pronounce it? I don't know how to pronounce it. I've never bought it before. Did you see the Alex Fishstick photo? God, dude, that photo's so weird, man. Raclet? Oh, how was I supposed to know, huh? Thanks for telling me though, Flick. Love you, buddy. Anytime it's CK, you get Easy Mate. But CK's not even main vendor though. Are they main vendor? Are they lead? Ew, Easy Mate? I don't really like Easy Mate stuff. Like, if it's on a board I like the design of, like, it won't be a decision-making thing for me, but if I'm, like, on the fence about a board already and I see Easy Mate, it's usually a pass for me. Personal preference, though. Just to reiterate as why I don't like Easy Mate stuff, is because I find, even on more recent stuff that I've used, the plastic for this is so thin and brittle that the plastic tends to break, and then the Easy Mate connector just falls off constantly. I had an issue with the universe because of it. Jim kindly sent me another DB and cable. He's a goat, dude. He's a nice guy. I'm building my 7B with HMX Zinhai switches. Do I do PCB foam? Do you want that foamy sound signature? I feel like it won't be that bad with the Zinhais. What do you use to solder the diodes back on the Manta piece besides the iron? Oh, you know, give me a bit skeleton and I can show you how I would solder back on a diode. Because I can just take one off and then redo it and show you guys. Let me just finish soldering this and I'll go get a PCB and destroy it and show you guys. Rarely, Easy Mate is a good choice too. I guess if space is an absolute constraint though. But you know what's weird though? If space is a constraint, I'd almost rather choose the ribbon cable. I actually have more faith in the ribbon cable than I do the Easy Mate connector. And that's something, because I hate ribbon cables too. Purely based off how nerve-wracking they are to put back in because I have shaky hands. I would honestly choose ribbon, just because I don't trust Easy Mates to last me longer than ribbon cable does. Because at least the connection with that is a clamp. This one here, I'm relying on like 2 pieces of small plastic. Well, we're talking like... Well, JST Sir is good. I don't know. Is JST Sir thinner than like a ribbon cable? The amount of times I've ripped the ribbon cable on the Windex boards is a real problem. Oh, is it the same as a hot swap socket? Then never mind. I thought it was a little taller than that. Just a smidge. I saw the Monkey Type world record destroyed 320 on an Apple wireless keyboard. Fuck, who even thinks at 320 words per minute? I can think at maybe like 70, bro. That's crazy. Spider also uses a very thin cable, so it's not impossible to use. I guess so, you're right. Okay, we're almost done this, and I'll show you guys how to put back a diode. Bolt also has a really great video on it, too. But again, if you guys are, I mean, I'm sure you guys already know, but I'll just repeat myself. If you guys happen to get a PCB with a problem for the Mantas, just message Bolt or whatever your vendor is. They'll replace it for you. But if you do want to repair the other one yourself while you get a replacement, feel free. It's almost like getting an extra PCB, but you didn't hear it from me. Not bad little value. Should I use alexotos obscures or granites? On PP, I would go obscures. Yeah. Didn't Bolt also upload a video? He did. You know, honestly, maybe just watch the Bolt video. It's probably easier. Unless you guys really want me to do it. And by the way, I wanted to clear something up too. We're not telling people to fix it because we don't want to replace it. We're just saying if you'd like to fix it, on top of asking us, feel free. Like I said, no one's stopping you from fixing what you got. You know what I mean? No one's stopping you. And you get a replacement sent over. Not a bad little deal. Oh, 2 PCBs for 1 PCBs? Oh, 2 for 1 rather. I don't know why I said PCBs twice. It's free real estate? Almost. Let me quickly wash my hands. Where's the famous alexotos customer support I've heard so much about? I don't know. What do you mean I always give customer support on everything I do? What are you talking about? We wash my hands. Should I reapply cream on my hands now? I don't know. I don't want to. Alright, let's put this keyboard together now. Washroom, restroom, bathroom, what do y'all call it? I call it, you know, I feel like I used to call it the restroom. Now I call it the washroom, I think. Depends. Really depends. I don't know, actually. I need to catch myself listening to it. Are clones of clones still clones or a new product? Didn't someone like clone the Clam clones? And then Clam got really upset? I don't know. You'd have to ask that guy. He would know the answer. That was really funny. He would know the answer, dude. That guy there is the smartest guy in the room for that. Holy shit. That's funny as fuck, dude. Evolution? I get the daughter board out here. It's like the AI artists telling people to stop copying. Yeah. I've seen the AI artists complain too. What key cheese would be a good switch to go with a key called? Blue, dude, do blue cheese. Why was that removed? What do you mean? What was removed, Pancake? I didn't see anything. I want to hear about the cloned clones now. What was the original? I don't know what the original board was that they were cloning. I just know someone cloned a clone for Column stuff. Was it a key cult? Was it like one of Elaine's boards? I don't know. Okay, let's put this in now. Was it a TGR board? I totally forgot he copies those two. Okay, the one thing I can say I really like about this design, I love when people put the daughterboard cables on the top. I think that's always fun. For top mounts, always a fun thing to do. Okay. Let's screw this in first. Let's see. Where is my screwdriver kit? Can we clone the Manta? Please don't. Please, I beg you. Mela, sorry, I don't... Oh, man, I understand half of it, but hello, how are you? Late here, but is the blocker removable? It is. I'm not going to remove it today, just because I kind of want to see what it looks like with it. With the keycaps in. I don't know. Maybe just... I'm going to be honest, I don't love the blocker. It's like my least favorite part about this board. Small visual preference, I guess. You wouldn't download a keyboard. Could if I would. If you put Dracula on it, it becomes a vampire theme. I still don't know what I'm going to use. Some people are saying Daifuku, which is an option. But I don't know. Wob? Would Cladney work? I was thinking Cladney too, but... Oh, I don't know. Bingsu might work too. Wob? What do you guys think? Good idea? Bad idea? Red Cyrillic might be fun. Just try to align the PCB a little bit better here. Greg? Nah, no one redeemed Greg today. Plus, I think Greg's on a cooldown. The only way to get Greg is the sub-donation thing. That's it. I think Greg was cooldown till June, if memory serves. That is it. Daifuku suggestion? I don't have Blot. What is up with this? Hold on, I'm just going to try a different bit here. No, that's totally my bad. That was the wrong bit. I guess. Art or abstract? Art would look good. Abstract would look sick on this too. Cloning boards of designers that aren't creating artificial scarcity is so scummy. I think stealing people's work is scummy in general. Can I be honest? I think if you're cloning or doing anything of anything that's a luxury item, you don't need to be doing it. You're not doing anyone a service. Nobody needs that luxury item. You're making money. Can you leak Key Machine? If you ask Mike, I can leak it, but I am not going to leak it on my own. Oh, okay. What's funny about this is I actually think we bought this brand. I just haven't cracked it open, Shiki. Okay, maybe I should crack it open. Because this is almost done. The eczema cream that I have now. Mike said yes. So, okay. For Manta, do you need to install force brakes? The answer is, it depends on what you want to do. I personally think the force brakes are kind of mandatory. The way the design works, so to kind of better explain the Manta, is how we made it. The weight has some interesting contact with the bottom of the case. It was slightly cleaned up with the second iteration of what STR recommended we did. However, it still has some weird contact in some areas where it's like too flat and might vibrate. So I recommend at least the weight. Now, the other part I prefer as well, being the top case. But there's some people who actually built it and told me they prefer none. So it's up to you. I think the weight at the very least. Flimsy looking cable. I mean, I don't like Easy Made, but it's there. Alright. I only did for top case actually. Yeah, and you don't have to do anything. I know there were some people who said they used the O-ring and they don't really feel much of a need to force break the case. So I don't know. It's still one of those things where I just think it depends on how you build it. Okay, so I think the idea is I have to screw these in first, right? But I think I just accidentally used those 2 screws for the daughter board. So am I missing 2 screws for this? Hold on a moment. Because I used 2... Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess they're all the same screws. Yeah, okay. Let me go back the other bit here. Have you reviewed build? Yes, it should be on my YouTube somewhere, Infiltration. Oh, God. I wish these screws were magnetic. Can I get a wish list? Screws magnetic when you're doing at least some sort of screwless case inserts from the top here. How about the granites? What pairs well with it? I think more bright sounding keyboards pair really well with the granite switches. If you have a brighter keyboard and you want to slightly tone it down, holy crap, do granites shine. But I also think just aluminum plates. Aluminum plates are indeed fantastic for it. Yeah, I don't really like... I mean, like, for me, if I'm going to build a project, if I'm, like, fumbling with screws, I always feel like an idiot. And I just hate... It makes me infuriated, dude. It drives me up the walls. Was FR4 one of the options? I think it was carbon fiber, aluminum, and something else, and then we also had PC. I'm not sure what else we had in the box. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll take another look. My memory's already faded. For this case, this was Kezua. Gibbon. Hope you like it, dude. Okay, with the switches, suddenly that little blocker doesn't feel as weird. I'm starting to like not mind it with the blocker. Bye, Aka. Take care, dude. It's beautiful. Thanks, dude. Like I said, Gibbon, I hope you enjoy it, bro. So are we set on Daifuku then? Do we want me to get that set done? No, I mean this would have been so fun if they spun. Okay, the reason I don't like the blocker, strictly my own preference, by the way. This is a total preference thing. It's removable, yes. I don't like the fact that there's a seam around it. It looks cheap with the seam. If this was fixed as just a fixed part of the board over here, I think I would have appreciated it more. I just think it looks like a cheap part. That's it. I've never really cared for like removable stuff. Like removable blockers and stuff like that. That's it. It's a purely me thing. Oh, I know it can't be... Okay, this guy, dude. This freaking guy, bro. Then you wouldn't say we have a choice? Yeah, but then it would be more deliberate. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, this is totally personal preference. Let me get that keycap set. I'm going to get that foo-foo. Or how about Hazakura? Well, actually, now maybe too pink. Yeah, not Hazakura. Never mind. Right? Is Hazakura too pink? Yeah, actually, never mind. Too pink. Too pink. I don't think I'd like that anyways. Alright. Where's Daifuku now? I don't remember if I have that in that box. Or if I have that in the case. Oh, I forgot it's in this tiny little novelties box. Okay. I put it in here because I ran out of plastic cases. Jim K. Dracula would look bad on here, IMO. I think they want to use a different Dracula set. This will look nice. This is a fun pairing. Yeah. Do you guys, just so I don't have to click a bunch of things and I fuck up, do you want to just repeat it, Crispy? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you just repeat it? Guys, it's inevitable that I'm going to miss a few things. I apologize. I always feel bad about it, though. And I think about it all night while I sleep. This is a cool set. Is this ABS, though? It is ABS. Fuck, maybe I should get this. This is nice. I don't think I have this set. Oh. Chat wants red Cyrillic? Wait, we don't want Daifuku? I kind of want to use it, though. I think it'll be nice. Yeah, I think it's a nice pairing other than... Yeah, let's just try it. How often do we even use this set? Not often, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 over. Yeah, it's kind of a fun pairing on this, yeah. We don't use it that often. Don't lie, Adam. This freaking guy. So this board does run a little bit more expensive, which is funny because normally I feel like we really hound on the price during the stream. But how do you guys feel about the 460 price point? A small part of me was hoping this would be just a smidge cheaper. I'm being a bit more lenient and understanding because of... Oh, did I miss solder something? I did. Oh no, yeah, I did. Let me quickly fix this. I mis-soldered something. Yeah, part of me wishes it was a little cheaper, you know. Just a smidge, but like I'm trying to be more open-minded because it might also be a whole, you know, low MOQ / things are more expensive type thing. So I guess we'll see. Let me just take the case apart one more time. Sorry, guys. We're going to have to wait another few minutes. Why is Alex upset over this price? But every time... I don't know. We have different opinions, I suppose. I would have loved to see this at $3.99. I agree. But, however, again, $4.60... Like, I'm not uncomfortable with it. But yeah, it's definitely like I wish it was just a smidge cheaper. I don't see $400+. I think like I'm kind of on the same boat as you. It is really pretty though. You didn't see it earlier, but I got Michelin Rebirth. Ooh, that's a nice set. Circles aren't cheap. I mean, yeah, maybe like the badge is adding some cost here. Maybe the patina and stuff is adding some sort of layer of cost. But yeah, it's a tough one because, again, I really, really think if this product was priced at $399, basically in and around or sub $400, I think this could have been a very, very, very sought after project. It does depend on how it sounds. You're right. Let me just quickly fix what I fucked up over here. How did I even do that? Not sure. I bet it sounds like a Topman. I put money on it. This guy, dude. He's trying to rip me off. He knows how it's going to sound already. This freaking guy. It is cold today. I'm freezing. Bye, Les. Take care. Or are you saying evening like you're going to leave? Or evening as you just came in, Les? I apologize. I don't want you to go. I mean, if it sounds weird, then so be it. But I don't think I have a problem with this combination. Hell, this is really easy board to disassemble. We can always desolder the spacebar. I'll leave the desoldering gun out. I have a feeling it's going to be more the spacebar than anything, if it is a problem. What happened? Now I'm the ripoff? We'll never forget the Gamba? Oh my god. What are we talking about? I'm confused. Surprised you didn't mil-max this spacebar? That's because I'm running out of sockets again. I think I have 6 sockets left. I have to really pick and choose my battles with that right now. Oh, god. Okay. My #1 wish list for this board, on top of the daughter board change, fucking Christ, would be changing these to magnetic screws. Please. Well, that's not that the keyboard is. I'm saving it for client builds. If I'm, no memes aside, memes aside rather. I'm trying to just save it for whatever client builds I have. I just ordered some. I should get it by Friday. But about 15 days ago, I had a big order of stuff to mil-max, so I've just been waiting. Magnetic screw should be a normal as USB port. Yeah. I had to start doing Amazon Flex to afford more keys. Well worth. What's Amazon Flex? Have you reused mil-max sockets before? No, I can't say I've ever have, Drew. I rarely have to disassemble them. And when I do, I kind of just screw them up in the process. So I just kind of chuck them. Or they're already screwed up in the process. But I can't say I've ever tried to redo them. It's like door dashing, but for Amazon. Oh, interesting. Is it pay good? I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. We are good now. Sorry about that little hiccup in our build process. It's Amazon. If there's a good part to it, I've yet to hear. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to make conversation. This set does look pretty good on this board. Right? It does look good, huh? Oh, which one should I use? Which arrow keys? To me, it's so simple of a design. Seems a bit regressive compared to what a lot of other high-end GBs. Yes, I don't disagree with that notion. I still think it's a pretty pickup if you were to get this. It is an overall pretty board. It does have the nice, small little cherry lip-esque thing that's happening on the front. I do like that. I think my main visual gripe with this isn't the shape of the board itself. I really think it's this blocker. Which, you know what, maybe we'll go in and just remove it after, if I really feel that strongly about it. But I think the removable blocker is taking off a little bit of like enjoyment for the board for me. Bye, Alan. Take care. Enjoy your sleep. Okay, so just put F keys here. Don't really have much else to put. I feel like there's a lot of 65 XTs with this kind of aesthetic, like shape-wise. This is not like a completely out there aesthetic. Yeah, I'll use the pink arrows only. A lot of money for a keyboard. We can get one this 90% is good for 60% of the price. I agree with you, but I also want to disagree at the same time. Manic, thank you so much for the raid, buddy. It's not so much getting value for your purchase. I really think value for custom keyboards is beauty in the eye of the beholder type thing. It's very hard to quantify. Very hard. Very, very, very difficult. Okay, next one, V is here? Yeah, it's here. 3, this one, Q. Hope build doing good. Later, Alex. Bye, man. If you're taking off now, buddy, have a good one, friend. Any recommendations on keyboard cleaning purchases? Dude, the best one possible that I can tell you about. You ready for this? Let me go get it. Actually, where did I put it? Wait. You don't have to get this brand. This is the best thing you can get. It's a USB-C chargeable one. It's a vacuum, which I don't really use at all ever. And then this. It's because it's two-sided, Adam. So this thing just, you know, it's gonna be loud. Hold on, wait. Sorry, my bad. I shouldn't turn it on right now. It's just like a rechargeable air can. This is like my #1 tool. I'm sorry, I forgot. Can you set it to max and aim for the keycaps? I can't remember the official name for this. It's like a Hodo one. Hodo products are like decently priced, I suppose. I feel like they can run a little expensive depending on what you buy. Also, Hodo, to be fair, also seems like quite a mixed bag in terms of like quality of products, but this one here's been really good. I bought my dad one too. Conan, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it, man. Value depends strictly on your budget and wallet. As well as how much you're willing to spend considering the worth of money, I guess. I suppose. I mean, like, I can... Thank you, Drew. We'll do a giveaway here in 1 second. I'll tell you guys what it is. For me, the larger discussion about value with keyboards is always going to be... Are you feeling like your purchase is justified for whatever you spend? Value is too hard to quantify sometimes. There can be different levels of value. I'm talking more overall value. You could say from like a machining standpoint, are you looking for something super complex for a good price? And maybe that's your value. But then you could also want something that's extremely well designed on the inside, but it's super simple on the outside. Like, there's so many different aesthetics that you might want to pay extra money for. So value doesn't make sense. I'll always say this, and I've said this for years. And I think a lot of people have either really disagreed with me or told me to go fuck myself. If your only concern is getting the best bang for your buck in the hobby, the best bang for your buck is going to go get a $10 Dell keyboard and it does exactly the same thing as any of these keyboards. They'll do exactly the same thing. My thing is, objectively, there's not a lot of stuff that really, like, other than does it work, objective stuff with a keyboard that I think it brings value, very rare. Outside of the standard, does it work and does it assemble properly? No, I don't think there's ever a right answer. It's always going to be personal choice and preference. Always. Like, some people collect keycaps. Some people collect a certain board. Some people collect... Also, don't ask me why there's a random escape on this in case someone's going to ask. There's always different values that people look at. All right, so the giveaway today is going to be... Let me go get it. Where'd I put it? I literally had it out today. Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. I put it in this one. Maybe I packed it already. It's going to be that more recent space keyboard, the FRL TKL one. The FRL TKL. The new Gray Studios one. So, yeah, the Infinity 70. I don't know where I put it. I think it's in the box. I think I put it back already. I was ready. Okay. Hold on, let me set it up first. One sec. I do ask, whoever wins, I do ask you pay for shipping. That's the only ask. It will come fully built with no keycaps, but it'll have stabs and fully modded switches. So, Infinity 70. Go ahead and enter. We'll draw once I put the rest of the keycaps on. You can type an exclamation point ticket. It is only Twitch only, in case someone's watching on another platform or something. Just because I can't seem to get it to set up and sync properly between a whole bunch. I've tried. It doesn't seem to want to do it for me. Oh, I put the V in the wrong spot. My bad. Thank you guys so much for the subs. Drew, thank you so much. Conan. Everybody, guys. Minus, Asian Fork, Bug, Oz. Love you guys. Thanks for supporting this channel. Literally wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. You have 2 Ys? No, not for this set. That's for a different set. Thank you, Tan. Appreciate the tier 1, dude. I'm watching stream for all the giveaways. I don't care about but I missed the Manta one. The Manta one was a special giveaway. That was a very, very, very special giveaway. That was not set up by me. I mean, partly because I supplied the giveaway for the switches and stuff like that, but it was a very, very rare giveaway, I'd say. It wasn't a Valza one, no. A client coordinated with me ahead of time to give you guys something. They had asked, and honestly, I agree, to keep the stream a bit of a secret. So nice. Thank you so much. Latch, I appreciate you. And Jason, is it Latch or Lock? Thank you so much. And also, Jason, thank you so much for 15 months. And Bamboo, thank you too. Appreciate it, man. Goddamn, thank you, dude. Yeah, there was a Manta giveaway. So, the Manta giveaway was kind of fun. We coordinated that for so long. Such a cool giveaway. Shout out JQ. F2. Boom, it's right there. And then I need delete or something. Just something to put over here. Fudge it. We put this. No worries. Perfect lock. Thank you, guys. All right. This set kind of works really well. I like it. I'm always perpetually lurking. Love you, buddy. I think that was probably one of the more epic giveaways we've ever done. Okay. You know what? This does look pretty stunning with this set on it. I think it really brings out the keyboard. It brings out some of the shape of the keyboard as well. See, this is what I mean. I do like the cherry lip on this. It does look really good. It is classy. Okay, okay. How do you guys feel about this now? How do you guys feel about the blocker with the keycaps now? We'll zoom out a little bit here. We feeling a little bit better about this, or... I'm still not 100%, but I do think it doesn't look as bad as I thought it was. I'm still not 100 on it, though. The board shape is quite nice. I do like this. This is a pretty shape over here. Side profile again with some keycaps. Box on wedge with a small curve because this just slightly curves, so you get some different light reflecting there. I don't mind the side profile. Again, the back has a little bit of the patina picking up over here, or peeking out rather, but it's kind of hard to see just because it kind of gets covered by some shadows, plus the back of the keyboard. The bottom is where most of the fun is. I like the idea behind this. This is really, really, really fun. Exposed screws, which is cool. The bottom is really pretty. I feel like this design would have been so cool with like a TKL, and then they could have put some of that stuff over here where the section of the TKL is. All right, so let's see what this sounds like now. If I don't like the spacebar, I will swap it out. I already really like the alphas. This is a PC plate. Okay, it does sound nice. Let me actually try with this. This desk pad tends to be a little bit more thuddy. Really, Adam? I'm actually really... Let me turn off this. I'm really enjoying the switches on this. Nice and full. I feel like I should tune the spacebar a little bit, but... They're JWK Retro lights. They're a bit of an older switch. They're right over here. No, dude, I'm actually vibing with the sound of profile a lot. Normally, I think I would have like a little something on it. And like this is honestly, this is really nice for this board. It's a bit more of a deeper sound profile, which I'm actually quite surprised with this switch. I thought it was gonna be a bit more loud and clacky. Bit more of an overall deep sound. The only thing I'm not vibing are the springs of these switches. They're a little heavy for my liking. No, dude, this kind of slaps. I really like it. Thwompy? Oh, God, I don't know what that is. Thwompy, dude. Don't kill me. I don't know if an MX2A spacebar would sound good on this, though. I think this spacebar literally complements the alphas. Are you guys hearing like a mushiness? I'm not hearing a mushiness at all. Yeah, I'm hearing more deep sounds. I mean, hey, if you guys are hearing some stuff too, it's good you guys are voicing it. Blue cheese might be really good for this too. These are the switches, retro lights. Maximum clack. No, dude, this kind of hits. I'm still not like at 460. It's still a tough price for me to digest. Still a little bit. Loose GMK. Man, I don't know about that. Yeah, 460 is a bit spendy for me on this one here. Usually I can get behind something and be like, okay, this is a little bit on the high side or something like that. It's tough. I feel like for me, there are certain things of this board, if I was to spend 460 on it, in which I would want to see changed. Number one, very minor magnetic screws. Number two, I really don't like the daughter board on this one. And remember how I told you guys how with Easy Mate stuff, if I'm on the fence about something, Easy Mate's kind of like my hop off the fence. I think I would like to see some other thing on this. I'm just not into Easy Mate connectors because if I wanted to take this apart, maybe like try a different plate and I break the Easy Mate thing, it's just irritating. I know they're easy to come by because you can buy them from Cannon Keys because it is universal, but it's just another cost to something. What do I consider high budget? Well, I think with something like high budget, I'm also looking for like visual coherence as well. I know this is ridiculous because again, this is preference. For me, and again, I think AKB did a really good job with this, but I think the blocker, if it wasn't removable and they just committed to it, and they also just kind of made it part of the corner design, I would have thought this feels more high end. Again, I'm just going to repeat myself on this. The removable blocker feels like it cheapens the board ever so slightly. Like a piece of dust. These switches sound like lavenders. They kind of do, actually. They do sound like lavenders. They might be every color of lavenders. I don't mind. Dude, I'm actually really into this. Would you rather have to disconnect 1,000 Easy Mate Connect? Oh, I'd probably break a lot of the Easy Mate ones for sure. Yeah, like, I love the visual theme. And I think for this price point, I would have liked to see some of that theme of the board on other aspects other than the blocker. It is a very nice weight. It's a very full sound. To put it lightly, or not to put it lightly, to put it very clearly, I think you would really enjoy your purchase for this. Like, I don't think you would enjoy it.
I just finished my semester and it was definitely very busy. Excited to finally be able to relax.
Dude, relax it up right now.
Nice
bro.
to be
relax
able to tune back in.
Yeah, but you know, for me, this is it's like that weird in between where I'm just like, I wish it was a bit cheaper. I feel like it doesn't bring something new to the table in either sound or design. I can see what you mean by design. And maybe that's something to consider as well. Ooh, camera really doesn't like this one. Like, I feel like the design is there. Here's the thing though, right? I do feel like there is a theme to this board, and it does the theme fun. Like, it's a good way to do the theme. But I would have liked to see this a bit more extended outwards. You know? I do really fuck with the design. Yeah, I also kind of, like, I love the theme of this board. I think they did a great job. There's some, like, small things inside that I think they did a good job, too. Does Release need to bring something new to the table? I don't think it needs to bring something new. I think it has to bring... Here, you know what? We'll talk about it for like a sec. Let me actually draw the winner of the giveaway, then we can chit-chat about what I think about it. All right. Let's see who's going to win. I'm going to close the giveaway in 3, 2, 1. Closing. Winner is... Scope. Congratulations, Scope. Is Scope there? We have to get a response in chat first. Congratulations. Let's see if Scope's here. Oh, come on, Scope. Don't let me down. Shit, did I miss Scope's name? Uh-oh. 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 We'll give it 1 minute. Poor guy. Isn't it the first time, though? Oh, no. Poor Scope. Distract Alex. Scope! Yell it? I can't yell. I get in trouble. Alright, we'll give it till 9:13. Oh, there he is. Scope. Congratulations. There he is. Dude, honestly, we all walk away sometimes. I told you. He made it. Congrats. Thank you. We waited for you. We waited a good minute. Can you DM me? I'm just going to write your name down. Okay, so to go back to our other conversation, I don't think a keyboard needs to bring anything new to the table. In a way. I think a keyboard needs to bring some sort of coherence visually to the table. I think a keyboard needs to also bring something, in a way, I do think it needs to bring something unique. So maybe it does need to bring something new, maybe that is something we need to talk about then. But in terms of like internals and sound, it doesn't need to. And yeah, Twitch is fine, Scope. But yeah, like you have to feel like, and maybe this is hard to kind of quantify, but like I do think it needs to bring a certain sense of, okay, I feel like I'm getting a good buy on this in a way, or you know what, this is making me like the curves on this keyboard are worth the money, or like the theme of this keyboard. So yeah, I agree with you, OTY. Like it can, in a way, a theme that hasn't been fully flushed out, or a keyboard that doesn't bring that sense of wow, can feel sometimes, even though it isn't, and we're not saying anyone is, it can feel a little bit cheap or lazy sometimes. It has to bring some value to you, whether it's appearance or sound or both, yeah. And again, this could all be, a very subjective conversation as well. But talking out loud, that's kind of how I feel with keyboards. For me, it has to bring one of those things. Like, I have to feel like wowed, Does this keyboard do that? I would say the keyboard itself, I like the theme of the board. But I don't know, for $460, I feel like this would have been better priced at $399 for something a bit more high-end. I hope they have weights that aren't just so color matched. Yeah, and it could also be that too. Like, speaking out loud, maybe this needs to be a different color. Maybe it needs to be a silver keyboard with a red planet. Maybe it doesn't need to be all red. Maybe that's what's kind of making me go, okay, maybe this isn't the $499 price point that I was thinking. It could be that, because all the colors are kind of same. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's the truth too. Silver PVD would have been just plain old PVD would have been fucking hot on this too. Just nice stainless steel. Yeah. And I wonder too if we come out with this stream and then be like, this is a $399 or even $410 project, I wonder if that would have changed how we kind of react to something as well. Again, overall, if you like the design of this keyboard, guys, I mean, I feel like Alchemist has always made really fun stuff, and you're gonna enjoy his keyboards. Period. But yeah, it is definitely higher up there. Is it is it like a go snag this right now kind of buy for me personally? It's a tough say. The blue one looks pretty nuts. The blue one's fucking insane. The blue one's sick. But yeah, that's also kind of matchy. I would have liked... actually, no, sorry. The blue one is the silver, right? Here, I'll show you guys some of the colors now on the website. So here are some of the colors. Like, for me, this one feels a lot more expensive than it is. And again, it's a feeling for me. Maybe it's because of the PVD or the the polished stainless here, whatever this is. I don't think chat's feeling harsh. I think for $460, we have to be picky. The red one, you know, actually, maybe the red's probably one of my, not least favorite colors here, but it definitely feels the more same one. This one also looks pretty cool too. The brushed effect on the back. The blue one's crazy. If the red patina was more like the Pangea Mini, it would probably do better. Maybe. But the blue one's also... Where's the prices? $630. Yeah. Again, I'm not trying to just be like mean for the sake of being mean or anything like that. There's no harsh feelings in my bones towards any of this. It's a fucking keyboard at the end of the day. But you know what? Again, it is $460. To me, like anything above the 400 mark is always going to be a bit more of the upper echelon, and you want that. You want to demand, like, does this feel like an upper echelon product? I don't trust blue patina boards since my blue Pangea Mini turned to a green. I don't know. Honestly, I've seen some good stuff by Kezawa for blue. I've seen a few of their blue things in the past. I believe it was Kezawa. It looked good, but I have no clue. I have zero clue how blue's going to turn out in the long run. The keyboard does sound really good, though. I really enjoyed the sound profile. Feels like a top mount. I'm not going to get any new feelings there. But I hope this was a helpful stream, though, guys. I hope this was helpful. You have to be very picky when you spend a lot of money. Yeah, I think that's also very valid that you have to be picky. Alex, what's your top 3 to 5 PBT manufacturers? CRP, XMI. Honestly, I don't even mind the stuff from like Canon Keys, Novel Keys. I think they're all fine. I don't hate on them at all. I think those are my faves. I don't think I have anything past that. But like CRP and XMI for sure. Actually, even does Keycap do PBT? I don't know now. Yeah, Canon Keys' stuff's always been good. Like, if you want some decent PBT stuff, they always do decent PBT. Plus, Canon Keys has some of the most, like, out there sets, too. Like, you can get some really crazy ones from them. I don't know if any more, but... The older nice PBTs? Man, it's been a hot minute. Alright, though, guys. I think that's pretty much it. I think this was a very informative stream. Overall, if you like the project and want to support it, I'd say go for it. I would like to see magnetic screws for the 2 top ones in particular. And I don't know, I feel like this is just me talking, but you know me. I'm not really into the easy make connectors. I get why it's used here, but also like not really. Past that, the keyboard works well. Like, it sounds good. It feels comfy to type on. I mean, it's a top mount. It's going to sound like a top mount too. I think they did a good job here. Thanks, Spicy. All right, though, guys. I think that's going to conclude today's stream. I don't really have any other... Well, actually, I was going to build a personal keyboard today, but honestly, I'm kind of running a little bit longer with this. Maybe we'll just save it. I'll save it for another day. I really want to build my 512. It's been sitting in pieces for so long. And don't do that. Get this. Don't get the Manta. Get this project instead. I'm never going to answer with my own project. Fun stream. Have a nice evening. Have a nice one, guys. Let's find someone to raid. Is anyone building keys? Damn. Sometimes there's nobody and sometimes there's everybody. Damn. I don't know. Who do we raid? Raid Insty? That guy doesn't. He doesn't want to stream. Let's go raid. Raid alexotos. Damn, it's like, you know what? Let's just go find someone in makers and crafting. Let's see if anyone's making anything cool. Well, anything that I'm interested in. Is there anyone doing like Gunpla or anything like that? Not really. Damn it. Fuck it. We're rating my buddy Apries. He's a great guy. Tim won't get on, please. He won't ever. Read the ducks. Sometimes the ducks are a little boring. I don't know what it is. Alright, guys. Enjoy Apries. Have a good one. Drew, remind me next time about them. Have a good one and see ya. Bye, everybody.